The George Floyd protests are an ongoing series of protests and unrest against police brutality and racism in policing which began in the United States in Minneapolis on 26 May 2020. It has become a part of the Black Lives Matter movement since it's related to the racism and violence against the black. These protests started due to the killing of George Floyd, a 46-year-old black man, after Derek Chauvin, a white police officer, knelt on Floyd's neck for almost 9 minutes during an arrest the previous day. Who is George Floyd? George Perry Floyd Jr. was a 46-year-old African American man. He was charged in 2007 with armed robbery in a home invasion in Houston, and in 2009, Floyd was sentenced to 5 years in prison. In 2014, he moved to Minneapolis, Minnesota area, finding work both as a truck driver and a bouncer. In 2020, he lost his security job because of COVID-19 pandemic. What was the reason of his arrest? On 25 May 2020, one of the workers who worked at the Cup Food store in Minneapolis called the police and alleged George Floyd of using a forged $20 note for buying a pack of cigarettes. How did the police take action? 4 police officers reached the spot near the shop and arrested George Floyd. Among them, a white police officer named Derek Chauvin kneeled on his neck for 8 minutes 46 seconds. Floyd begged for his life before falling unconscious and dying in the street in full view of witnesses and a rolling mobile phone camera. 4 police officers, including Chauvin, were fired from the department for their involvement. Does a counterfeit $20 note cost the life of a black man? Of course no. It was a clear case showing the police brutality and racial violence. So this was the reason which agitated the citizens of US and resulted in the BLM protests. The unrest began as local protests in the Minneapolis-St. Paul metropolitan area of Minnesota before quickly spreading across the entire nation and internationally in support of the Black Lives Matter movement. While the majority of protests have been peaceful, demonstrations in some cities descended into riots and widespread looting, with more being marked by street skirmishes and significant police violence, notably against the peaceful protesters and reporters. The breaking of windows, burning of property, and stealing of goods that have accompanied peaceful demonstrations make some people hesitant to throw their full support behind the protesters. People must understand that no amount of stolen merchandise will ever equal the loss of even a single human life. Looting shops or pulling down statues doesn't make any sense as the protesters are harming their own country's economy and public property. At least 200 cities imposed curfew by June 3, while at least more than 30 states and Washington, D.C. activated over 24,000 National Guard personnel due to the mass unrest. From the beginning of the protest to June 3, at least 11,000 people have been arrested. The Trump administration has drawn widespread criticism for its hardline militarized response and aggressive rhetoric. This situation seems as a challenge for Donald Trump to win the next presidential election, which is 6 months away from now. Unrest is also occurring during the global COVID-19 pandemic, with health experts warning that the protests will likely facilitate an accelerated spread or rebound of the virus. The economic impact of the protests exacerbated the 2020 coronavirus recession by sharply curtailing consumer confidence, straining local businesses, and overwhelming public infrastructure with large-scale property damage. The protests have led to numerous legislative proposals on all levels intended to combat police misconduct, systematic racism, and police brutality in the United States. George Floyd's brother, Philonise Floyd, told House Judiciary Committee lawmakers on Wednesday that his brother didn't deserve to die over $20 and called for police accountability and reform, saying, "Make the necessary changes to make law enforcement the solution and not the problem." I hope not only the American lawmakers but every country's government makes the required reforms and undertake changes to decrease the brutality and violence shown by the police department on the people, to prevent racial discrimination so that no one has to face the treatment which George Floyd had to. May his soul rest in peace, and I wish the situation settle down to normal.